FNAF memes are kind of synonymous, not with this channel, but with Daco. But you know what? We can talk about memes anyway. Yeah, that's right. Biggest FNAF memes. We're doing it. Let's go. In at 10, Sky Daddy Scott. Yeah, this is at the top of the list because frankly, this isn't really a meme in the FNAF community. More like just on this channel, okay? But during the pandemic, I started referring to Scott Cawthon as Sky Daddy Scott, since he was in essence the god of FNAF, being, you know, the creator and all that. But this started one random video when I asked him to actually let me help out in making a real FNAF, and I did address him as Sky Daddy Scott. There's not much else to it. but since then, I've used it many more times. There's not really much else to discuss about the topic. But yeah, Sky Daddy Scott, please put me in the FNAF movie at some point, or even like just as a reference, because I've suffered a lot for this series. Or maybe not, because apparently we're known for getting people mad over the top 10 worst FNAF fan games video, which was very clearly a joke. Like, I don't know why you people are gonna take us seriously after we made the top 10 tastiest FNAF animatronics. This whole channel is basically a comedy channel now, okay? These are all jokes. This video is also a joke. Like, we're not serious. God. I'm gonna make another one of those videos, but then put everyone's favorite fan games. In at 9, Vent Gregory. Gregory, do you see that small vent on the floor? Have you heard of Among Us, Gregory? You need to vent. I know it will be hard for you to be sus, but I know you can do it, Gregory. This meme was all over the fanverse internet over the time, or like after the time when Security Breach had just released, and it was kind of resurged when it was coming out on Xbox. The instance this is revolving around is obviously when you're in the stage section of the game where you're guiding Freddy through the doors after he gets his second wind. When Roxy and Monty are pounding on the doors and you can like shock them with the buttons, and then Vanny's watching you and you have a timer. Yeah. To get out of that room, Freddy makes his way to a vent beneath you and then tells you to jump in once he pulls the grate off, which in the scene where this meme generates from, obviously. The joke comes from the venting mechanic in Among Us that only imposters could do, which is why the term sus was repopularized when the game went big over in November of 2020, despite the game releasing in 2018. I remember that very well. We were all about Among Us at that point. We even took a break from FNAF to do it, so yeah. In at 8, Daco meme review. Daco's meme review is oddly enough a meme within itself. For the purposes of this video, let's talk about some of the memes that have come from Daco, like the YouTuber. On September 16th, 2020, while he was watching a live stream for PlayStation 5, he was shocked that a trailer of the new FNAF game Security Breach was finally out. At first, Daco didn't actually believe that it was FNAF, even though it was literally an official PlayStation event, until he saw a cutout of Monty, one of the you know who Monty is. After seeing the cutout, he overreacted for almost a minute and then actually ended up almost fainting. After this reaction, memes started to trend about his eccentricness. Daco also ended up getting into a friendly competition with Scott Cawthon. The two made a bet for where if he played 50-20 mode in Ultimate Custom Night and gave up, he would have to make a game called FNAF 5 where he praises Scott and goes on about how great he is. If Daco won, however, he would have won an interview with Scott Cawthon, and for several weeks, Daco painstakingly streamed 50-20 mode only to constantly fail. However, on July 8th, 2018, Daco managed to successfully beat 50-20 mode, and upon hitting 6 AM, he broke down screaming and crying with joy live on stream. Sometime later, Daco got his interview with Scott, and then this is where the whole, like, we know that FNAF 3 was supposed to be the end thing happened. And it's 7, Chica and me. I mean, this was just a meme for me, in all honesty. This is just a number for me. I mean, to go back to the tastiest animatronics video, that video was all for me to make a joke about how toy Chica was tasty. People have drawn fan art where I am posing with Chica on my lap. I make countless jokes about how Chica and I are the only true FNAF ship that you should be shipping, and it's true. Chica and me is one of the most iconic FNAF memes for me. This is like the best meme in my mind, because Chica's my girl, okay? So stay away. Eddie VR, back up, alright? Chica's mine. You can have Roxy. I don't care about Roxy. You can have Roxy. Okay? Fight for her with Juicy or something. Because, like, Chica is the only robotic female who wants me. And I'm not giving that up. Screw what I wrote in the script, it's not happening! In at 6, FNAF World. FNAF World is an indie role-playing video game created by Scott Cawthon, and it was the first official spin-off of the Five Nights at Freddy's series, and the first RPG in the series, and the 5th game overall, although we ignore it now. The game was released for Microsoft Windows on January 21st, 2016, and on Android on January 12th, 2017, but came with unfinished gameplay and a large amount of bugs. Wonder what that's like. Leading to a bad reception overall and ultimately the decision to remove the game from digital storefronts. On February 8th, 2016, the game was updated and re-released on Game Jolt free of charge. But despite the re-release, the community still ultimately wiped this game from memory, resulting in it living in infamy amongst the FNAF canon. And while the game is written off by most fans, its secret story mode actually puts the pieces in place for us to find the clues in FNAF 3 that unlock the good ending. So I guess FNAF World is still kinda canon, but this is still seen as a meme and something that most of the community, including Scott, wants to forget about. Halfway through in at number 5, Swiggity Swooty. Foxy in FNAF 1 was quite the fast boy. Foxy is unique in the way that he will emerge from Pirate's Cove faster or slower depending on how often the player looks at that specific camera. If the player opens the camera too little, he will emerge faster until he has actually left the cove. Once he does, he runs down the West Hall and into the office. However, the scene of him rowing on the camera instantly made its way into FNAF fame since we all started making jokes about him running for that birthday cake. And no, I don't mean the kind with candles, batter, and icing. The Swiggity Swooty coming for that booty meme itself was actually separate to running Foxy, but the two ended up combining into one of the most iconic memes of all time, at least in FNAF verse fan world thing. And you know what, recently that's how I'm reacting if I see that Chica KFC double bucket booty. So I understand you, Foxy, I get you. Or maybe he was just trying to run away from Roxy's toxic ass. In at 4, you're supposed to be on lockdown. Personally, I think this is like my favorite of the FNAF memes, and one that reached a more mainstream audience than the other ones thanks to the TikTok algorithm. But unfortunately, despite never having talked about FNAF on my TikTok until this point, I still had to deal with this scene from Security Breach where Gregory hides in the med booth while Vanessa yells at Freddy. The meme, however, comes from what Freddy says after Vanessa tells him that he should be on lockdown. They go from screaming "Vanessa" to, "But Vanessa, I'm a material girl," and everything in between. And yes, I did end up making a couple myself. My favorite one being, Officer Vanessa, I was just looking up Chica Rule 34. Because let's be honest, if it exists in this world, there is almost certainly art for it in the FNAF universe as well. Hell, there's probably someone on Etsy making like a Chica themed flashlight. And yes, I said flashlight, like as in one for illuminating dark areas, you nasties, and the other one. But you know what, in reality, the meme still isn't entirely dead, since the whole Vanessa one pops up on my For You page every now and then, and you know what, it's kind of annoying. No, it's very annoying. Getting close to the end in number 3, The Man Behind the Slaughter. The Man Behind the Slaughter refers to a series of iconic memes referencing a line from a fan-made Five Nights at Freddy's song "It's Been So Long" by the Living Tombstones. The line of The Man Behind the Slaughter describes the main antagonist of the series, William Afton, you know, the purple guy? Yeah. With memes referencing the character in one way or another, often by including the line in the caption as backup vocals. On December 4th, 2014, the Israeli YouTube musician The Living Tombstone released a single based off the plot of FNAF 2, where the chorus of the song references the main antagonist, known as the purple guy, describing him as the man behind the slaughter. The video received over 92 million views in 6 years, but with the song now having 214 million views in 8 years. Although I will admit that they still have the description labeling the FNAF series as Scott Cawthon's creation and not Scott Cawthon's, but oh well. I've even had my own version of this meme where I posted a picture to my Instagram story of myself holding a blank piece of paper and smiling, and someone on that piece of paper put "the man behind your daughter." I've never been prouder, honestly. That was like that won that meme Monday or whatever it was. Should I do more of that? That was funny. I should do more. Penultimately, in at number 2, I Always Come Back. I Always Come Back was really a meme before the line was even uttered in the series. First being introduced in FNAF 3's trailer with the line, "If he will come back, he always does," and then getting the now iconic line of "I always come back" in FNAF Ultimate Custom Night. Spring Trap or Scrap Trap or Bird Trap or whatever trap he will end up returning at some point or another. And while the meme is frustratingly accurate, I want it to stop, okay? I've said multiple times how he needs to stop coming back and just actually die. It's like the games are a toxic ex and William just for some reason can't stay away because he's getting lonely. But then again, that's what Ballora was for, I suppose. I want Afton to die and stay dead for good, okay? I've expressed this in countless videos, and I feel like a rich mother who's donated to a school that she wants her son to get into, okay? I've made so many FNAF videos that I feel like maybe I should have some input. Like, just kill him off and let me be a simp over the baddie Vanny, please. And finally, in at number 1, you knew it was coming, Buff Helpy. This meme created by Thominius_ on Twitter is just absolutely cursed. Buff Helpy was made for Daco's Five Nights at Freddy's meme review series and first appeared in episode 2. And since then, it is like, oh god. He made a joke in the video where he pretends to be terrified of it, and then people started sending him tons of memes about Buff Helpy, and it only has since spread from there, leading to Buff Helpy even getting his own spin-off game. Yeah, he even has his own Urban Dictionary page that labels him as a, let's say, traitor to his country who loves stalking the YouTuber Daco and somehow always makes his way into Daco's FNAF meme reviews, followed by the use of the term "in Buff Helpy is best boy." And this entire thing was posted by Buff Helpy Enthusiast. And you know what? Buff Helpy has also haunted me. I hadn't seen any Daco meme reviews, okay? So I was luckily oblivious to this meme. However, people just started randomly sending it to me on Instagram, and since then, it's kind of scared me. It's certainly better than what some other people have been sending me, but I mean, like, it's not the best thing I've been sent either. That's all the time we have for today, friends. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been in Showerman Connor Monroe, and I'll see you in another video. Stop getting mad at joke videos. Come on.